Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Coleman Light 2515RL. It's a nice couples coach. You have the sofa right here in the back. You have a lot of extra countertop space right over here to the side, and it is quite open thanks to the slide-out dinette. If you take a look over here in the kitchen itself, you see the fridge-freezer combo. You have the stainless steel panels up front, freezer up top, fridge right down below there. This unit does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Little cubby hole right up top there. Over to this side, as we move back a little further, you see your microwave hood underneath with a light and fan. This one has the decorative backsplash right here with the LED rope lighting, and directly underneath that is your recessed cooktop with a glass cover. You can just fold this up and back like so. It kind of gives you a double backsplash, gives you access to your 3 burners. You'll see the knobs here do light up. You can turn it off if you so choose. And then right underneath is your oven in case you want to do some baking. Underneath that, you get this big drawer right here. I love this for pots and pans. I like when manufacturers are able to fit something in there for you. And right down underneath the sink there, you'll see you have some storage right up top. You have the thermofoil countertops in here, which are great. It's a seamless countertop, unlike your traditional T-mold. So right here, like on the corners, it's not going to pop out on you. Plus, it allows you to have an undermount sink, which then you can have a sink top cover like this, and it gives you that extra prep space. Just looks a little bit cleaner and nicer as well. You can see the double bowl sink there, and you have a high-rise pull-out faucet. That's a pretty big deal. It makes it a lot easier to wash and rinse dishes. Just a lot more functional and stylish to have. If you take a look right up above that, you will see the storage. You kind of have the B-board doors on here, but that's excellent extra storage right over there. Continuing on, you do have storage all the way across the top. Not quite as big as what we have right over here, but still pretty decent storage running all the way along the top here. You also have windows along the back, letting in a ton of natural light. Emergency exit here. Huge rear picture window in the back, which is awesome, especially if you have a great view out the back there. You'll see a USB port as well as electrical outlets. If you need to plug anything in, it's a great spot to do it. Then you have all this additional space right here, which is cool. You know, if you need to use it for prep space, you can do that. If you want to set up like a laptop or tablet here and do work, you can do that as well. You have the cubby hole here underneath, and then a bank of 3 drawers. The top 2 are the same size. The bottom one here, as you can see, is quite a bit deeper. Right along the back, as I mentioned, is your jackknife sofa. The armrests are removable. I do like the fact that it has them in here, though, just because it is quite a bit more comfortable. And if it's just 2 of you, you have the drop-down center console here. So that way it kind of gives you almost like a pseudo theater seating. You'll see that you have cup holders right in there. And if you want to drop this down into a bed, you can do so. Just folds or lifts right up and folds right down. But the great thing about a jackknife, of course, is all the storage you get underneath. You can see that right there. Plenty of storage for some of your larger items. It's a great spot for, you know, the additional bedding and pillows. So if you do have some guests, you can go ahead and sneak it right in there. Over to this side, of course, is the slide out. And in the slide, you have this massive pantry right here. Huge storage. You'll see you have 3 drawers over here as well. All those are of significant size. So again, if you have some larger items you need to store, that is an excellent spot for it. And then lastly in this slide is the dinette. Plenty of room for 4 people to comfortably sit here so you can have a meal, play a game together. This also does drop down into a bed. So if you need additional sleeping space, you can just remove the legs right here from the flanges and the floor as well as the table. The table itself will drop down. It sits along these rails. Take the back cushions, throw it on top, and that will become an additional sleeping space. On a rainy day, if you want to watch some TV, whether you're on the couch or you're sitting right over here on the one side of the dinette, this is where the TV will go. You will see the RCA cables here. Those are hooked up to the multimedia center because that is a DVD player. I know the RCA cables are kind of old. I know a lot of people are asking for HDMI, and the industry is getting there. It's just a little ways behind. But regardless, it is still a DVD player, so if you want to watch a movie, it has the built-in capability to do that. And then right underneath, you'll see a little bit of storage. You know, great spot for that DVD collection. You also have a little additional storage right here up top. Now I do want to swing around over to the side because this is kind of cool. As soon as you walk in, you have a cubby hole right up top there. And you will also see right in here, whoops, you have a little bit of storage there as well. So if you want to use that for additional pantry storage, you can do that. Or maybe you want to use it as like an extra linen closet, something like that may not be a bad idea as well, seeing as how the bathroom is right over here. You will see your thermostat located right outside the door that will control both your ducted AC as well as the ducted heat in here. Main control panel is right on the other side. Of course, this has your tank monitoring panel. One thing I do want to note is your water heater does run off both gas and electric, and you can turn on both those at the same time for faster recovery. When you take a step into the bathroom itself, you'll see right over here is the neo-angle shower. The doors are in a roller track, so that way when you open them up and you're done showering, all the water goes down the door and into the shower pan, unlike a swing door or curtain, which a lot of times the water ends up on your floor. When I take a step in here, I'll give you an idea of size, just so you know I am 6 foot. And as you can see, I have plenty of space here to the ceiling, especially underneath that skylight. So you know you're 6'3", 6'4", you can still stand in here somewhat comfortably. You'll also see that you have the hand wand right there, just to make showering a tiny bit easier. You have the mirrored medicine cabinet up top with storage there. You have a little bit larger sink than you normally get, so that's a little bit easier to, you know, wash your hands. You have plenty of room in here. Electrical outlet. Storage right underneath, pretty good storage. It is enough space if you want a trash can in there. You can sneak one underneath there. And then right here in the corner is the toilet. And as you can see, I have plenty of room for both my legs as well as my shoulders. As we step into the bedroom, one of the things I love about a Coleman Light is the fact that you get a residential 60 by 80 queen size bed. So if you're a taller person, you're sick of your feet hanging off and all the RVs you're trying out, you don't have to worry about it in the Coleman Light because it is that full 80-inch length. Also, there is storage underneath, so if you, again, have some larger items you need to store, that's an excellent spot to do it. On both sides, you have storage, but it is a little bit different on either side of the bed. So the one here, you'll see you have the nightstand there. You also have the drawer, so you can pull that out, obviously. You can store some items in there. And then right up top, you will also see that you have a shelf, so some built-in storage for your folded clothes. You also have storage going across the top, and then on this side is your hanging wardrobe. So if you have some items you need to hang up, that'll be the place to do it. This one also has a drawer and an electrical outlet. Right up top here is where your TV will go. So if you want a TV in the bedroom, you can mount it right there. The appropriate connections are right up top. And lastly, this one does have 2 entrances and exits in and out of the bathroom, or in the bedroom. The one here is a slider door directly into the bathroom. The other one goes out into the main living area. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Coleman Light 2515RL. Starting off right up front here is the power tongue jack. This makes it a lot quicker and easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You simply flip the switch to raise and lower the tongue. Then you'll also see you have a light up here for some extra visibility at night. Directly behind that are your 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. And a little bit further behind that, you will see rails here for your battery. Coming up the front is the diamond edge plating, helping to protect that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. The front cap itself, kind of a 3/4 front cap here. You'll see you have LED lights inlaid in both sides. Also, they have the sticker on here showing you this one has the 3-year structural warranty, which is currently the best in the industry. So you can definitely feel confident in that. Coming right over to this side, you will see this one also has solar prep. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it will trickle charge your battery. Big pass-through compartment on the Coleman Light, which I love. You can see how wide the door is. Also, you have a covered hinge, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down the door. It is slam latch and it is magnetic, so you can put it up just like so. You don't have any plastic tabs or anything to break off. When we take a look inside, you can see again how big this is. You have the same size door on the other side, so anything you put in here on this side, you can get out on the off door side there. You will also notice that this has the LED light strip running basically half the length there, which will help lighten up the entire pass-through. A lot of times I'll just have just one light right over here on the side, not the case in the Coleman Light. Then you have the controls here. One will control that light right there. The other one will actually light up the lights underneath that are lights on the jack. So again, if you're hooking up or disconnecting at night, it gives you that added visibility. There's yet another switch for the front cap lights. So speaking of the jacks, if we take a look right here, this one has power stabilizer jacks. So that way, all you have to do is you simply touch a button just like so, and you'll see it drops the jacks right down. Quick and easy to use. Now remember, these are not leveling jacks, folks. These are stabilizers. So you want to make sure the coach is level, then you can drop these down. Those will just help make sure that the trailer isn't rocking around as you are walking around inside. Power awning on here, touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. There's also an LED light strip on there, so you have light at night. Very large awning. You can see it almost covers the entire length of the camper here, which is phenomenal. You also have a couple outside speakers underneath that, so if you want to listen to some music outside, you can. Those are connected to that multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. If you take a look at the steps, this is something we're seeing more in the industry for the 2019 model years, and Coleman definitely has it on here, and that is the step above system. The solid step systems they have in the market are absolutely fantastic. You can see I can jump up and down on here, and the coach hardly moves. You know, the steps aren't flexing like your traditional stairs. You know, I weigh over 200 pounds, not an issue there. Another great thing about these is they have the aluminum treads, so that way the treads themselves aren't going to rust out on you. When you're done, you open up the door, you just fold it right in, it just locks right there in place. You also see the foldable grab handle right here. This helps enter and exit the RV. It just gives you a little more control. Another thing, the door itself, this is a cool door. Wherever you put it, it just kind of stays. It's a friction hinge door. So that way you can have it open all the way like this if you want. There's not a strut that holds it out. Can support winds about up to 20 miles an hour. Again, it's just an easy system to open and close the door there. Right over here on the outside are your TV hookups. You see an electrical outlet right here as well as a cable outlet. So if you want outside TV, that's where you'll hook it up at. Bear in mind, you can hook anything up into electrical outlet. You need to charge a blender or plug in a blender, charge a cell phone, something like that. That'll be the place to do it. Right down here, you can see the aluminum alloy wheels, which are absolutely gorgeous, and they will continue to look gorgeous because, just like the aluminum treads on the steps, folks, aluminum won't rust on you. Making our way back a little bit further, you see your fresh water inlet right over here. Plan on doing some boondocking, you're gonna want some water, so make sure you fill up your fresh water tank. Right back here is your power stabilizer jack control for the rear two jacks. The one up front, of course, would control the front two. As we come right around to the back, you'll see the rear mounted bumper here. Take off this end cap, that gives you a convenient spot to store your sewer hose, and mounted to that is your spare tire, which hopefully you never have to use, but in the event that you do, it is really easy to get at. You don't have to get down on your hands and knees to access that spare tire. Here's that big rear picture window I showed you, and directly above that is the backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera on here, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor because it takes less time. When you come around to this side here, you'll see the 30-amp detachable power cord will plug right into there, your city water inlet, cable inlet, outside shower with both hot and cold water access, and then in front of the slide you have a black tank flush to wash out your black tank and your main termination with both your black and gray tank valves. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2019 Coleman Light 2515RL. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.